We've changed a lot of things here at Ironwood. We've changed the names of meeting rooms, the names of cabins. We've changed the names of storage rooms. We've changed all kinds of names. In fact, we made one of the most controversial changes this year. We changed the name of this, the athletic field, and this became Jackrabbit Flats. We're about to change something else. It could be bigger than this.
So in general, do you like change?
No, I do not like change.
Was this your idea or my idea?
This is your idea.
Wow, he pointed that finger awfully quick. This is Josh Mendoza, married to Erin, and they have one baby on the way. It is one, right?
Yep, just one.
He works with the Ironwood Institute of Ministry. It's something that's been around for a number of years that works with 18 to 23-year-olds. It's part class, part work, part mentor, and you might be like somebody who knows Ironwood pretty well, and you're like, what is the Institute of Ministry? They're probably the folks that wash your dishes, ran your activity. They're probably the people you saw quite a bit. They are very much the backbone of this ministry. We're talking about like a name change here of the Institute of Ministry. So I've got to start off with, what's wrong with the name we have now?
Yeah, names are important. Names communicate ideas. They can create positive images, they can create negative images, they can misrepresent. What comes to mind when someone says institute? Maybe you have like a aquatic research institute or pediatric research institute. It sounds very, very academic and very focused. We use institute to describe something that's like a college, but maybe it's not the same level as a college. It's like budget college. Names have a lot of baggage.
But also sometimes names have the label that like helps you know, okay, that's what that is. I'd hate to go in a grocery store, not have any can labeled. You know what I mean? And just be like, okay, I guess I'm taking this big can and this little can and we're having big can and little can for dinner. Like I want the label so that I know what I'm getting into. Now, when it says it's lima beans, that's baggage.
Well, I don't mind necessarily the word institute. Is that really the best word to describe what we're trying to accomplish?
What about the other parts of the word of ministry? I mean, what do you think of that?
I think sometimes we have a very narrow view of what ministry means. So if I'm going to an institute that specializes in ministry, well, that's for the people that are thinking about being a pastor. Yeah. That's for the person that's thinking about being a missionary or a Bible teacher. That's not for me. How do we get beyond this is just for 2 or 3 different kinds of people to this is something that is helpful for anyone that wants to serve God, no matter if they're a stay-at-home parent, if they're a plumber, if they're an electrician, if they're a businessman, separating that from the idea it's just for these specific kinds of people. And really, this is a program that's for anybody. It's a program that no matter what you end up doing in life, no matter where you end up going, this is something that's going to be helpful.
Now comes the hard part. What do you change it to? I mean, what name do you call it? You know, you're throwing out other names of things that people go to after, high school, an internship, an apprenticeship, a university, a college. The same problem that Institute has is that doesn't describe what we're doing.
So when I'm sitting down, I'm thinking of a name. I started thinking about what are the goals that we want for the young people that are in this program? What's the outcome that we want to have? The word that came to mind was defined.
It's like an empty space in my mind. The moment you put that out there, did it like hit you, this is it? Or is it something that no?
I kind of sat there, huh? And that's probably about a third of you right now are like, huh. What really sold me on the word defined was the definitions of the word defined. One of the definitions of defined, to determine or identify essential qualities. So if a young person is coming to a program called Defined, what are the essential qualities that we want them to determine?
Yeah, and I think that's cool because that young person is just stepping away from probably a home where things have been defined. Like that mom, dad, this was their home, their roof, their rules, everything's set to go. And now for the first time they're stepping out and they're like, whoa, I've got to define this myself.
I'm defining what I believe. Why do I believe this? Is it just because that's what my parents have taught me all this? Is this just my parents' beliefs? Are these now becoming my beliefs?
So what else?
The other definition I love of defined is to discover or to set forth meaning. So why do I exist? Why am I here?
Why am I here?
What is my purpose in life? And I think that's a question that any high school student or graduate of a high school is going to wrestle with.
It used to be, we would talk about the Institute of Ministry as just becoming good church members, which is an important thing. But I really wanted and tasked you with the job of, I want to see a tagline, like a few words that just sum up like what this program is all about.
If I was going to describe the outcome in a tagline, so someone that comes to Defined, what do I want them to leave with? Who do I want them to be at the end of 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, however long they're here? I want them to be someone that is living their life pursuing God. No matter where they end up, no matter what they do, no matter who they are, any Christian young person should be someone that's pursuing God in every aspect of their life.
When I heard that tagline, when I heard that was the goal, that's what was trying to be defined, was what it meant to live life pursuing God, I was like, okay, this understands the scope of what we're trying to do. This is not just an institute that's just all about your head and what you know. That's part of it. This is a program, if you will, that helps you figure out how to live, like living, like I'm going to actually be doing it. I'm not just learning about it and then heading out. Right now, I am living a life pursuing God.
It's a present, I don't know what the fancy grammar term is, perfect, imperfect.
Oh, my English teacher's going to go crazy. It's happening now.
Yeah, it's pursuing and it's continuous. I'm always pursuing and it's active. A Christian life doesn't just happen. I can't sit here and expect to grow spiritually without putting out some kind of effort. I just love that idea of pursuing. Intentional, continuous pursuit.
Curious about what some of the things that you would say that this isn't changing.
So our mission statement hasn't changed. Guiding values are the same. We have 10 guiding values. First things I did when I came on as director of Defined was read through the guiding values. And I was like, those are really good. I like those. When we apply the word define to each one of those guiding values, we can say that guiding value is defining this. So the very first one, our very first guiding value that hasn't changed, it's to develop a knowledge of God and His Word. This guiding value is about defining in a young person's life who God is.
The label defined actually now helps me understand that value even better. This isn't a program like any other program that I know there. The combination of all the different pieces and parts, the goal that's there, this is something that has not changed in this program, that we will continue to define to make even better as we try to work with young people who are figuring out that how to use their life to make a difference for all of eternity.